Hello and welcome to my showreel. I'm Ben Turner. I've been working as a journalist at ITV Calendar for the last 4 years. Here's a quick look at some of the stories which I've shot and covered in that time. You think this looks brutal? This is just an England training session before they jet off to fight for the Wheelchair Rugby League World Cup.
No matter what version of rugby league you play, it's a tough sport. That is heavy hit after heavy hit, and you know, wheelchair rugby league is no different. The only thing is, you know, you're likely to get your finger caught in a tyre as well.
But first tonight, drugs workers in the region say they're seeing a massive increase in the numbers of young men turning to potentially dangerous drugs because of pressures over their body image.
Experts say men and teenagers obsessed with bulking up their muscles in pursuit of a so-called perfect body are responsible for a 4-fold increase in the abuse of anabolic steroids.
But the true scale of the problem is thought to be much greater and is exposing some users as young as 16 to the risk of heart disease, multiple cancers and mental illness.
Well, as part of a special report, Ben Turner has been to meet one former steroid user from Huddersfield.
I was 415 pounds at 6'1". I was never designed to be that size. I was battered from every angle. And then I had the toxicity of the drugs in my system as well.
So why did you do it to yourself?
Because I wanted to see how big I could get.
Dave Crossland took steroids for 8 years. And 3 years ago, he pushed that use almost to breaking point.
This is from my last cycle.
As part of a documentary, he trained and took drugs for 40 weeks to reach his goal weight of almost 30 stone. All, he claims, to find out what effect high-level drug use would have on his body.
There is no research at all on high-dose steroid use. So how the hell are you going to help people if you don't know what you're talking about?
So you did it
Partly.
as an experiment on yourself?
Partly. Partly it was an experiment on myself, partly it was to see how big I could get, and partly it was research. It was a combination of things.
What do you think could have happened if you never went through that door?
One or two things. I'd have either ended up dead, most definitely, or in jail for killing somebody, without a shadow of a doubt.
Putting in the laps at Ponds Forge is a walk in the park for Wendy Figures, especially in comparison to what she's just come up against.
Even though I knew it was hard, it was still so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
The mother from Sheffield describing her challenge of a lifetime.
Youths on the council estates are bricking private hire firms.
Asif Afsal is the chairman of the union representing drivers in the city. He says the branding on their cars, which Leeds City Council insists they have, is making them a growing target to youths.
It's a health and safety issue. If it's not picked up, somebody's going to die at some point. Enough is enough. We don't want this to be seen as a bully boy tactic. We want this to be seen as a cry out for help. That's what we want. We're asking for help.
While steroids are a Class C drug, possession of them for personal use is legal. Head online to buy them though, and you'd be breaking the law. Yet type steroids for sale into a search engine, and the choice is almost limitless. And is 61,000 really the true figure of men taking steroids? The government statistics don't include students, prisoners, and the homeless.
Clearly that would suggest this figure is a significant underestimate of those who are likely to be using steroids.
So what do you believe could the figure actually be?
It's a guess, but you know, you could multiply that by as many times as you want. If you're missing 3 key groups of people from this survey, then I would say what you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg.
So this is the body-worn video camera that West Yorkshire police officers and PCSOs will be wearing whilst out on operational duties.
Now, after a trial in the Bradford district, all police on patrol in West Yorkshire will wear the body cameras.
What we're seeing is that people modify their behaviour when they know that they're being recorded on video. So that means that people are less likely to be aggressive and violent towards police officers.
This isn't just steroids, this is the whole family of what's classed as image and performance enhancing drugs. Steroids generally come as injectables or orals.
So what in this box here is the most commonly used?
The most commonly used drugs are testosterone-based drugs, but the three common ones are propionate, cypionate and enanthate. Then the other very common drug is Trenbolone, which is a veterinary drug.
So that's specifically meant to be for animals then?
Trenbolone, as today, is not passed for human use.
But people are taking it?
It's powerful, it's effective, but there's a lot of side effects with it as well.
A minute's applause in memory of a teenager who died doing what he loved. Josh Fell was just 15 when he suffered sudden heart failure after playing football. This week he would have been celebrating his 21st birthday. Instead, his parents hosted a charity football match in his honour.
It's sad that he can't be here. You see his friends growing up, 21, 20 years old. You start thinking what you're missing out on.
Our very own Christine then got things underway. With runners, joggers and walkers having their own unique reasons for competing.
We're doing it for everybody, aren't we? I'm doing it for my nana. I race for my two friends who beat with cancer.
And Race for Life isn't just about the runners, it's about the people who support them. And there you have it. Thanks for taking the time out to watch. For more information, head to my Twitter or Facebook page, which are on screen now.